Hello. Good morning, Debbie. So happy to see you here. I was getting caught up prepping some of my roofs. And Debbie, I'm excited because you finished your village quilt. When are you going to show the video? When is the video going live for that? And hello to everyone else who is joining. You are on bright and early, Debbie. I apologize because I pushed the show a little bit later with not much notification. I was up super late last night. I got home Tuesday morning at 3:30 in the morning, and my husband got home last night at 2 a.m. and so I've had a couple of nights in a row where I've just not gone to bed at a normal time, and this morning when I woke up I realized my meeting that's normally at noon I don't have anymore, so I can actually change the time of this live, so I'm kind of super excited about that. So maybe we can go a little bit later so we can get some more people on the West Coast, perhaps. Hey Danelle, how are you today? So nice to see everyone. I was explaining the weird time change. I'm gonna try and adjust this little webcam. This one might be flipping a little bit. Yes, and I hope you had a good live stream the other day, Debbie. Oh, well, you know, it is during the day, Danelle. You don't have to apologize. You know, a lot of people work. But, you know, it's been amazing. Like, I've really been amazed at how many people watch later. So, shout out to all the people who work and have to join and watch the show later. And as you know, I always like comment later. If you leave me a comment, I'm sure to give you a response, and I try to be as quick as possible. Debbie says, I'm working too. I'm deep in the throes of elder care and couldn't get any work done yesterday. Oh, Debbie, I feel you on that. I so feel you on that. So I just got back from the Fiber and Fabric Festival in Chicago, and that was really interesting. It was the first time they're doing that show, and so there were a little bit of bumps and, you know, just things that happen when it's a new show, just things that they really self-corrected along the way. The first day was super busy. It took some people 45 minutes to get in the door, so that was kind of crazy. Oh, Danelle says, I'm 47 years old and I feel like I want to lay on the floor kicking my feet because I don't want to adult today. I'm so sorry. I actually got a sticker the other day when I was at F&F, and it said, I adulted today. And then when they gave it to me, it's people that actually gave me, who I got the shirt from, bought the shirt from, they're called Goldie Lou. And they gave me a sticker that said I adulted today, and they said that now I don't have to adult anymore, so I'm really super happy about that. It's cumulative apparently, and you don't have to adult. I just realized I put my arm in there. Mary H, hello, so nice to see you. I'm glad everyone's finding me, considering that I changed the time. So my normal, sorry, I bumped the table. My normal noon meeting that my standing meeting now got moved to Monday, I think. So I have a little more flexibility on Thursday. So I was thinking that maybe we could push it a little bit later so that maybe we could make it more accessible to those who are on the West Coast. Now that means that, you know, those who are in Europe it might be a little bit later. And so so I figured we could discuss and see how it goes. And certainly, you know, if you have an opinion about what time, please leave a comment below. I seem to be doing a little bit better on my medicine, and so I'm feeling a little bit more alert later in the day. So, so I might be able to add on, you know, a nighttime live at some point. And so fingers crossed that I continue to do better with the medication now that it's on a regular dose. So anywho, those of you who are joining for the first time, I am working on the Village Quilt, which is a pattern from Moda. There's a link in the description to download the pattern for free. And I finished 58 blocks. I actually had time last night. It was crazy. I was all by myself. Like, I'm never all by myself, people. Never all by myself. And so I actually sewed last night. It was crazy because I was able to eat dinner early and then clean up early, and then I still had some energy, and so I sewed roofs, and then I finished trimming them this morning. And so I've got a big nice stack of roofs. I've got a smaller stack of houses, so I've got to probably build some more house fronts, and but I'm going to see what I've got today and then start building accordingly. And so let's see. Debbie says, my official name is Debbie, quilter of quilts, eater of cake, hater of mornings. 11 a.m. is always better than 10 a.m. I love it. Yeah, same. I'm not really a lover of mornings myself. And I saw a new recipe for cake actually the other day. It was sort of more of like a cross between a cake and, I don't know, like I'm gonna have to make it and try it, because it was definitely like a cake batter, but it was sort of like a cross between a cake and a crumble, or like a fruit, yeah, like a fruit, not a fruit crumble, like a fruit, what are those things called? Cobbler is the word I was looking for. So, but it looked like it was cake, and so I'm gonna have to try it, obviously. And it was an old recipe apparently from the 70s, like one of those bring to church recipes. So I'm gonna definitely have to try it. So I will let you know if I have a new recipe for cake anytime soon. Also, it is my birthday next week. Does it seem inappropriate to make my own cake for my birthday? Because I kind of want to make, what is the lady's name? I think her name is Ruth Reichel. And she's got a recipe for the perfect chocolate cake. I've made it only once before, and it was when I lived in Golden, so it was at high altitude. And so I don't think it came out as well as it should have, but it was still freaking delicious. But it makes a really big cake. So I kind of feel like when I make it, I want to like share it with people, maybe my neighbors. So, ooh, Debbie said, I saw an apple cocoa egg cake batter that I need to try. Oh, please fill us in. You try the most interesting things, and I know you've got that recipe for that like cookie dough that is made with beans that I still really need to try, according to Terry Lucas. So, which, you know, Terry Lucas has not been here lately. She has been scheduling like her life at this time. Isn't that rude? Like, so incredibly rude. So, you know, it would be nice if she would join us every once in a while. So I still have my fun little board set up where I did the cutouts of the charm packs, This one's definitely going to have to be a house at some point because I love it. It's so cute. And I might need to find the rest of that charm pack if I didn't already cut it up. I may have cut it up. It may be pieces parts already, but I just love that plaid. So I'm going to have a couple of plaid houses. Mary H says, growing up, I always made my own cake. Now I have pie. My husband has pie. My husband's birthday is November 29th, and so it sometimes lands after like the day after Halloween. That was the day he was born, was the day after Halloween. The day after Thanksgiving, and his mother always joked that she ate too much turkey, and his favorite thing is pumpkin pie. And so I always just make him a pumpkin pie for his birthday because that's what he loves. And so what I love and what my youngest and my husband are going to take me out for on my actual birthday is bingsu, which is a Korean shaved ice, which is like ice cream, and it's the most delicious thing on the planet. Oh, and Debbie, you just had your birthday. Was your birthday yesterday? I think it was, because I was so in a fog, but I remember that I sent you a message on Facebook, I think. Yes, you said happy birthday, Tracy. My birthday was yesterday, and I'm out of town and alone, and I took care of my birthday myself. Oh, well, I visited my in-laws, and they bought me a cake, and my daughter and her wife sent edible arrangements to where I'm staying. Oh, I love an edible arrangement. That's so delicious. Yes, you make a chocolate chip cookie dip with beans. So what do you serve with, like, what do you eat it with a spoon, or do you like dip things in it? What do you do? Tell me about it, because I definitely want to try that sometime. The funny thing is, like, I like cookie dough, but I like it without I just pretty much like the chocolate and or the butter and the sugar. How can we always start talking about food on this live? It happens every single time. You also make a chocolate chip cookie bar recipe with beans. That's awesome. Thank you, Danelle. It's funny because I've got so many friends around this time with birthdays. It's amazing. And usually we would have market around this time. Quilt market would be around this time, and we would always celebrate at market. And so that was always nice. And I totally forgot to like go find Teresa Coates. Her brand is Crinkle Dreams. I think I'm getting that right. And she's got a YouTube channel, and she does garments. She does things with cuddle. She's currently doing a she's calling it a quarter millennial quilt, and doing blocks for each state. And so that's what she's currently working on. And her birthday is the day before mine, and I usually try and get hugs from her for our birthday celebration. So let's see. So you can serve the dip with graham crackers or fruit, but I serve it with a spoon. Well, and you know, it's nice because, like, I feel like there's such a big fiber kick. So currently, like, everyone's trying to eat more. I always tried to eat more fiber, but that's just me. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Yes, my birthday is next Wednesday, and so it's kind of nice when my birthday and Mother's Day don't fall like right next to each other. So it's Sunday and Wednesday. I always wish that like we celebrated one of them like at a different time of year, but but I'm not willing to give up my May 13th birthday because 13 is my lucky number. So and so there you go. So I am gonna start digging into my blocks. I've got I might try and I'm gonna make you dizzy, sorry. I'm gonna see if I can get you above. Woo! That went crazy. This camera is being very super weird. It's being super zoomed in, and I'm not exactly sure. But let me see if I can change the settings over here. I bet you that's the problem. That's the problem over here. Oh, because it's on wide. I don't want it to be. I thought might be the only option for wide. Spotlight. That's not what I want. I might just have to move it up a bit. Yeah, I might just have to move it up a bit. All right, let's see if we can do that. Get to see all the fun things. So I've got a little stack of roofs and my little stack of, it's not that, let me fix my, I'm gonna fix my lighting a little, sorry. I'm gonna try and get the lighting a little bit better. Oh, let's see if we can swap that around a little bit. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. It's looking a little yellow though. It's kind of a gray day, so I don't want to be too blue. That might be a little bit better. Okay, cool. All right. So, sorry that you can see my phone there. Boop boop. Boop boop ba doo. All right. So I've got these little houses and a nice little stack of roofs over here. Hello, Sandra. You're not late. You're just perfect. You're absolutely just perfect. So, we've just been chatting about cake and birthdays. And I'm just going to sit here and pick out what I'm going to do for my... I might go with the darker orange. Is that too obvious? It's a lot of polka dots in that one. It might be too much polka dots. I don't know. It's not bad. We'll keep that one as an option. That's too red. Let's see if I've got any blues. Oh my gosh, you guys. With the changing going between Chicago and here, my allergies are going crazy. The stuff that they spray on the carpet at the shows are just irritates me a lot. And so I've just been a runny nose in the morning until my Allegra kicks in. But I'm not sure I like any of these other ones. That's too blue. Too much blue. Although it's kind of floaty. That one's kind of nice and floaty. I don't know. Got that one. Alright, this one it is. Okay, so I'm going to just make a little pile over here with the ones that I choose. Let's see. Later this week, I have not uploaded all of my footage, but I went through the show, and honestly the best part of the F&F show was the cherry wood quilts, and they showed the cherry wood. I think the theme of it was Once Upon a Time, so it was all books. When I tell you these quilts were so stunning, I actually, I got like 3/4 of the quilts on film, and so it's kind of a quick go through, so you'll have to like pause the video in spots to catch all of them, but there were 2 that were like Lord of the Rings. There was Wrinkle in Time. There were every kind of storybook that you can imagine, and it was just great. So look forward to that. I will definitely drop that soon. Other than that, the show was very much like I think I'm just gonna go with that one. Actually, it's kind of boring, but I like it. You know, it was your typical quilt show, you know, with like big vendors. Amy Butler was there, so I was super excited to see her. I haven't seen her in quite a while, and as a matter of fact, like, she hasn't seen me since my hair has changed colors. For those of you who don't know what my hair used to look like, I used to be a strawberry blonde, and so you know, she literally had to like read my name tag to remember who I was. But it was nice to see her, and she brought all of her caravan stuff. So it was like beautiful hand embroidered throws and gorgeous things like that. A lot of the big brands were there. Gudrun Erla was there. So I got to see Gudrun and Mr. HP. Who else did I get to see? Oh, I've already picked that one twice. Oh, but that one's got a blue sky. I like the blue sky better, maybe? No, I like the gray sky better. Okay. That one's not bad. And so let me think, who else was there? Oh, goodness. So Quilt Tony was next to us, who I've known for years. She's got pixelated quilts that are geared, definitely geared towards younger quilters and cosplayers. But she's got some really fabulous, like she's got the Great Wave and a quilt that's based on Starry Starry Night. And so those were beautiful. And she's got some cool English paper piecing designs now that are like all, she's got like a Yoda one and like a Death Star one, and I'm trying to think of what else. There's a Pokeball one. So, like gamer things, super cute. And let me think, who else was there? Badass Quilters Society was there, and they had a really nice booth set up with some protest quilts. And then let me think, the Thimble Lady was there. She was right across. I'm like going through the aisles that I can remember. I got some fabulous, oh, I'll show you because it's within reach. What they were selling as, it's with a rubber band, so glitter fabric. And so I've got tubes and tubes. Maybe, do I have one that's open? I think I have one that's open. I'll pull out the one that's open because I got a big, look at all this. Look at all this. That's how much I got. It is washable fabric. I mean, it's definitely, it might be polyurethane, but it's glitter fabric. And so the backing looks like canvas, and it's soft and flexible. The glitter doesn't come off. You can sew with it in any capacity. You can use it in your quilts, you can use it in embroidery. And so I got, let me think, there are 10 sheets in each, and I got 4 rolls. And so I am very excited to give that a try and start using that. I think I am going to use it in my embroidery, but I also think I am going to use it in, I've been making some little keychains for my kiddos, and so I think I'm going to use it in my keychains, and who knows what else. I'm excited. I'm excited to use it and to give it a try. And it's washable, you just can't throw it in the dryer. So, which is fine. I do throw my quilts in the dryer, but that's okay. I'm sure where I use it in applications with quilting, I'm probably not going to throw it in the dryer. So, got that, and I got a cute pattern as well for a bag that is done in the hoop. And it's got really nice quilting. I got to see it in person, and it was really pretty. So I don't quite know what colors I'm going to use it. So who knows? But, and I also was thinking the other day, it was funny, I had an idea that I might, put it like that too, that I might make it as a gift for someone, but I can't remember who I was thinking that I would make it as a gift for. Isn't that funny when you think of things like that in the middle of the night? So, yeah. So what is everyone working on? Are you working on anything at all? Or are you just working and listening to this in the background like Danelle? Or are you working on a different project? I guess Debbie's also working in the background on work. Debbie says, my feed is full of F&F and H&H, and I wish I were in Chicago. I wish I was there too. I was feeling the FOMO this morning because I was seeing that Holly Ann Knight was there. I got to give her a hug, and she went out for tattoos last night apparently. And so I was super jealous. So they went for late night tattoos somewhere, which I thought was fun. That's not terrible. Let's see. It's very not terrible as well. I like that, I think. I think we're going to go with that one. All right. Did I knock down my houses? I totally did. Oh my goodness. Silly me. All right, I lost a, there we are. Okay, whew. I gotta stand up. Do a little dance because my legs are falling asleep. All right, let's see what we can do for this one. I'm literally working, but hope to be appliquing Betsy blocks from Primitive Gatherings later today. I think Primitive Gatherings had a booth at F&F. It was kind of crowded and I couldn't get in there very easily. So I couldn't really poke around too much, but I tried. So I'm sure F&F is going to be a really fabulous show for everyone. That's not terrible. What do we think of that one? Not terrible. Might keep that one as an option. I was thinking maybe yellow would be better with this green because of the little yellow flowers, but it's kind of chartreusey. So I feel like this green might be a little better. That's kind of cheerful. I think I might like that. I think I like it with the yellow. Okay, we're going with that one. Some of these are a little bit, like I know, I don't think I've got ones for these. Oh, I might have one for this one. I was thinking of orange, I think, for that one. I thought maybe. Every time I move them, let's see. I don't think that's bad. I think I'm going to go with it. I wish it was a little bit lighter orange, but that's okay. I don't think I've got a lighter orange than that. And I don't think I'm going to... Oh, you know what? This one, I thought maybe that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay. All right. Well, all of my little house bases have matches, so I'm going to go for those. I'm going to make sure my iron is on. Darn, I totally just realized, Elisa, oh, hello, Tasha, how are you? I just totally remembered that Eliso had loaned us their pressing mats, and I totally wanted to grab one for here because they're kind of neat. They they're flexible in the size so that you can like snap them together, and I thought that would be great for over here. Yeah, I definitely don't blame you for having FOMO. Oh, you know what? I need to move my camera back. Boop-a-doo. And Mary said, you're sewing the binding of a trivet. All right, this is being so strange and difficult to get it to focus. I'm gonna have to tweak that a little bit, I think. Boop. Like the angle that I have to put this at is so weird. There we go. That'll be all right. Because it's totally using like the camera all the way at the tip over here and being super strange. All right. You're lurking and working, Tasha. I love that. Yeah, we were talking earlier. Uh-oh, no, okay. The thread kind of made a funny thing, and I thought for sure it had unthreaded the needle. I think I'm just going to chain piece these because I can, because I got them all set. So let's see. I'm going to definitely be at the halfway mark today. Because we only need, what, 120? And I'm now at 60, so this one marks my halfway point. Yay! I'm really getting like, I just want to finish this one now. Oh, and you know what's really funny is, I don't know, do you guys watch Kathy Martin at the Catbird Quilts? Because the funny thing is, I just recently met her, and she's doing this exact same quilt as a group project in her Patreon, which I thought was really neat that they do a group project, but then also they just finished it. So we thought that it was really kind of funny that we were both working on the same quilts at the same time, especially such a like an older pattern. So we were chatting about that. Yes, please go Google Catbird Quilts. Yeah, she's really fabulous. So she hasn't been quilting for terribly long. Her channel's about 4 years old. I don't know if she just started quilting when she started her channel or if it's been more recent than that. She does a lot with thrifted fabric. So she thrifts a lot and gets men's shirts, and most recently she did a video about sewing, like she did a linen haul, like her, how do I have this one and no top? I lost a house. I bet you it fell under my thing. I lost it. Oh, I found it. I found it. Wow, that one really floated away. And it's clouds, so that's funny that it floated away. But anyway, she did a, she pulled fabrics for a quilt, and she had enough linen that she could do one that was muted and one that was bright. And it was really kind of cool to watch her, the way her, you know, it's interesting to watch how people's brains work sometimes. At least I find that interesting, to see how they pick fabrics or how they even just sort their scraps, you know, because everybody's got a different way, and sometimes you could find a little something to nuance the way you do something, and I love that. So all right, yay. I might have to dig into some of my other charm packs. Because I'm already sort of bored of my selection. Oddly. Alright, let's see where we are. 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. All right, making progress. Even if it's slow and steady, still progress. I'm very, very happy to be making some headway on this quilt. So what I'll do is I'll press all these, and then I'm going to, I'll show you a close up what I did. With which camera, I'm not sure. We'll see which one has the better lighting. It might be the webcam up top like I usually do, but we'll see. That one's cute. I like that one. It's cheerful. And the crazy thing now is that I could technically go a little bit longer because I don't have to run for a meeting. Isn't that so nice? Oh, it makes me so happy. Makes me so happy to not have to worry about timing. I also surprisingly remembered to put my phone, which is my little, little bubble, on sleep mode so that no one can call me. Which I guess technically if my kids have an emergency, they can get through to me. Or my husband. All right, let's see. Can I get far enough away? Yeah, that's not too bad. What do you think of that? It's kind of glowing with a little backlight. So this one definitely has a little bit of Heather Ross here. The polka dot is a Dear Stella. This is an old line from Wyndham. Oh, I can't remember. I can picture the person who did it. I don't think she's still designing fabric. But the little bunny one is hers. And she had like green hair back when she had that one. So this one's just a little cloud print with some orange. Looks like it's raining buckets because the rain's going sideways. And then this one with little dots. These two are from Uppercase. I don't remember who that one is. And then that one's a batik. I threw in a batik. Definitely threw in a few batiks. So this orange one, the orange is also an Uppercase. I'm pretty sure the dots are also an Uppercase. I don't remember. That's Dear Stella, maybe. I don't remember. And had some cute. Is that a herringbone? I mean, technically, it's kind of a zoomed in herringbone. But, and the cute little daisies, I just thought were adorable and cheerful. And then this crazy one, let's see if I can get it in the right spot. I mean, what are you going to do with a snail door? So the snails are Heather Ross. So I think I did okay on that one. I can't wait for this one to be quilted. Really, really can't. This one's got a little bit of thread or fabric. Voila. There we go. All right. I already lost count of where we were. So I'm going to grab this little stack so I know that I'm at 60. I've been clipping them so I can count easily. I love this one. I really love the plaid, so I need to find more plaid. This is going to be one scrappy, super scrappy quilt for sure. All right. I ran out of my big, I don't know where all of my big binding clips are. All right, I might need to cut more at this point. I might need to cut more. Goodness. And I'm just not sure. Like, I definitely have more polka dots. And I do have a couple of stacks. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh, that's what that plaid was. It was from Oh Clementine by Allison Harris of Cluck Cluck Sew. I still kept the thing. I try and keep the little bands so I remember what I used, but this one's so scrappy. I don't know. And I also can't remember who these are from. Got a bunch of Dear Stella. Ooh, I've got a little bit of this one too, so I might be able to do that one, which is Hello Jane from Cluck Cluck Sew. Got some pretty colors. That one would be good, I think. It'll go with the other colors in this quilt, I think. Oh, I just found the plaid. Okay, so it's definitely from Hello Jane. Had the plaid. So I'm going to put those over there. I think we'll cut from there. Trying to think if there's any other. I've got so much of this uppercase stuff. Got lots more polka dots. The stack of polka dots, let me tell you, was huge. Like, this is still part of the charm pack. It was probably an 1.5 inches tall. I don't even know how many hundreds of prints were in this polka dot menagerie from Dear Stella. Ooh, I kept some of the twill tape. I should put that in a different place because I'm always looking for that for little projects. Or at least I was at Christmas time for sure. Alright, let's see. Oh, and you know what? Some of the polka dots were from Free Spirit, so I mixed together some Free Spirit and some Dear Stella polka dots. These polka dots are definitely the Dear Stella ones. So lots of colors there. I think I've got lots of cutting for roofs. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up some of the fronts of the houses, which I have to refresh my memory of the cut sizes. Oh, thank you to Nell, and thank you, Mary. That's super sweet. It's nice to just work on like a relaxing project that, you know, doesn't have a deadline. I know some of you may not understand. Well, you probably do, because you probably don't have deadlines. And so this is a joy, you know, for you to work on things. But, you know, it can be stressful when you've got deadlines that are, you know, and especially for production in some way. So for, you know, a magazine or for, you know, something like that, where it's got to really, really look good. Stressful. I've never done quilts for like one of the big shows, like whether it's like an actual show where you get juried in, or mainly I'm talking about shows like Market and H&H where they're selling products based on your how good your quilts look. So it's stressful. All right, so I've got a fresh blade in my rotary cutter and nice hard nails, so I won't, hopefully, knock on wood, hit myself. And I'm feeling pretty fresh today, surprisingly. So Debbie says, my husband continuously reminds me that it's okay to quilt for fun and everything doesn't have to be quilt work. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, indeed. It was fun, the video that I did, thinking when it was, 2 weeks ago maybe, where I did one and I showed you like my old fabrics, which, by the way, I got caught up in like the H&H stuff and I haven't dropped off that bin. It's still sitting on the floor. So I think I'm going to throw that in my car. Well, it's raining today, so as soon as it's not raining, I'm going to throw it in my car and go drop it off this weekend. So that's the plan for that. And then, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, but my world's oldest UFO that I showed, there were a few people who were like, finish it, it's so pretty. So I still have to finish that one. So I think I'm going to set it up for like leaders and enders type thing. Mary, that's so true. Says, I remind myself often that quilting is my hobby. Yes. I am definitely trying to get back to it being my hobby, even though it's, you know, also currently helps me with my YouTube, which, you know, is kind of my job now as well, but it's still my hobby and it's fun. And speaking of, I should show you guys a sneak peek. A fun hobby, not a job. You know, it's just, I don't know, it's part of our world now to just sort of have this crazy expectation that every hobby is going to be a job for people. It's silly. Like, hobbies can be hobbies. You don't have to monetize everything, you know? Alright, so this one I'm going to do at 4.5, because then 2 1/4 and 2 1/4 is 4.5, but 4.5 by 4.5 is 5. Okay. Math in the morning. Alright, let's bump that up to 5. Hopefully I could still get off some of those peaks. Not very much. I didn't plan that very well. I should have left myself a little more room to get rid of all these little, ugh, I hate those. I didn't cut off my peaks accordingly. Oh well. We shall survive. Danelle says you've got this. Only if you still feel a passion for the oldest UFO. I do. I want to do it. So I would like to get it done. Even if it's smaller. Even if it's just smaller, that's fine. Oops, you know what? I almost did it wrong. Alright, so I need it to be this way. Is that 4.5? That way's 4.5. Okay. So I need it to be this way. Okay. 4.5 by 4.5. Nope, that way. Okay, got it. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Oh, you know what? I measured right. Okay. Alright, so 4.5 by 2 1/4. Measure twice, cut once, y'all. Just, this is your reminder, because Lord have mercy, sometimes one needs an extra cup of tea in the morning to remember. There we go. Cool. Alright, did I do that right? I feel like my wrist bent at the top. Okay, we'll get a little slubber off. That's good. Okay, so those are 4.5 by 2 1/4. I'm going to separate them. So, after my work is done today, I hope to do some quilt work. Writing handouts and scheduling events, and then edit the Village Machine quilting tutorial. Yay! Hello, Karen A. Like usual, I watch later on replay. Absolutely. And like I said, if you leave a comment, I will always follow up later. And also, I would love it if you liked this video for me so that YouTube will know to push it out. It feels like, Danelle, do you feel like the things are picking up? Because my last video picked up a bunch. I think maybe all of the spring busyness is slowing down again, and people are coming back to watching YouTube channels. There are a few people who always watch on replay, and I love it. I've been learning a lot about ADHD and how sometimes you just want someone to be there to make you sit. And I never thought of it that way before, that I like to watch someone's channel and a video and just have it playing in the background while I sew. And so that's been, I've been trying to do that lately. And actually, some of the videos have been getting longer and longer. Janelle says, yeah, some of mine are knocking out of the park and I'm loving it. Yeah, my last one got tons of views. It's been fantastic. And that one was just like a short, it was only a 15-minute video. But it was great. So Yeah, and I feel like part of the reason why it did so well was because um, I wasn't paying attention to it. I wasn't watching it. I just went to the show in Chicago and I didn't check my numbers until I got back. And then I was like, oh, that one got some views. That's great. So hopefully that continues. I've got a couple of really cool projects coming up. Do I want that for the roof? I'm going to put these aside because those could be cute together. I'm trying to decide if they're too purpley and if I want a little more contrast. I might want more contrast with that one, but I'm going to put it aside. I've got a really cute project, springy project coming up. Janelle says, from what I'm seeing, a lot of people love the 20 to 30 minute videos and not the long version. Interesting. That's certainly an interesting thought there. All right, I'm kind of peering up things while I'm putting these down. Yeah, I saw, oh, what is that lady's name? My legs are falling asleep again. Okay, we're going to do a little dance so that my legs don't fall asleep. See, you know what? I kind of think I'm going to do this. So I'm not sure which one will be the roof and which one will be the house, but I kind of love the floral and the plaid together. So I might do that. And then I came across this floral. There we go. And I think I might do this one for the roof with that. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put them aside though. But, and see, some of these, I think these would be good roofs. So I'm going to put these aside for roofs. So I think we could use those colors. Ooh. This one might be a good. It's a really pretty color. That one might be a needed roof as well. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Let's see, is that better? That might be better. That's kind of cute, huh? See, this is the fun of a charm pack. It's just kind of fun to see what goes together and makes little houses. I might put this one aside too. Let's see, these are plain. I should show them anyway. I'm going to put these aside as roofs since they're sort of solids. Okay. Put those aside as well. This polka dot is kind of nice. It's like a textured polka dot. Kind of cool. Mary says, I watch the shorter videos first. It's easier to fit in my day. Totally agree. And then I always look for ones that are longer for when I'm sewing, but then it's hard. I should have like a little playlist or something that I add longer ones to. Because at nighttime I prefer to watch like shorter ones. Depends. Last night while I was sewing, I was watching Ted Lasso. These two are not the same size, so I'm going to put those aside. I don't know if all of these might be just a little bit off. No, those are fine. Okay. See if there's anything interesting here to show. Oh, got some flowers coming up. Oh, wait a second. Oh. I think these are tulips, but they look sort of like lemons. All right, this is what I'm thinking. That's pretty. Okay, we're going to do that like that. Put those aside as appearing. And then we will need something sort of yellow for this one. Oh, and then there's a pretty blue. All right, so this one will definitely be a house bottom. And so will this one. Oh, so pretty. All right. And I'm not sure. I'm going to put these aside for roofs because they're not quite the right size, and they'll be fine for houses, but this is odd. The cardboard's pinked as well. Never seen that one before. Do you guys keep your little cardboard crafts, you know, like cardboard, I don't know what the word I was looking for was. Cards. Sometimes I do. Because you never know when you need like a little bit of something. So, all right, those are all ready to go. I'm gonna clip these. I'm gonna put a little clip on these so I don't accidentally cut them. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Yes, very soft. I love it. All right, I'm going to be careful with my first few cuts here so that I don't cut off too much. That's 5 inches up. Let's be more careful than that. Okay. Just want to make sure that I cut off the peaks on each side because that irritates me. And I think I don't quite need 5. I only need 4.5, but that's all right. All right, what time is it? It's almost noon. I'm already covered in fluff. All right, we're gonna do 4.5 on this side. So you do not keep the cardboard. I sometimes just keep a little bit just in case. Right, I'm going to do this at 5. I don't think I need it to be 5 inches though. Okay. There we go. I do like that the back of the Moda layer cakes have like the little tips for how many things you can get out of each a 10-inch square, you know, that's kind of cool. Janelle says I usually keep it on to help fold my papers for FPP. Awesome. I was supposed to do like a little FPP demo this weekend, and it turned out that our booth was the wrong size, and so we kind of had to change up what we were doing demos on, and which I should show you guys sometime. I'm gonna have to learn it, but then I'm gonna show you guys. So Pauline Rogers was with us. She's from Australia, and she has developed this Quilt as You Go system. So she was doing demos on her Quilt as You Go. He works so hard to not keep things heavy. I know. I'm working on a couple of like crafty things lately though, so that's why I'm like, well, maybe I'll just keep it just in case I need to like glue on, you know, need something that I can glue on top of or draw on top of, or, you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, so I had all the stuff for my FPP, and then we ended up not doing that little demo. Are these the right size? 2 1/4 by, yes. Okay, cool. You know, not a good time, not good to be talking and cutting at the same time. Goodness. All right, so Pauline Rogers. She is from Australia, and she has this system called the QUISS system. QISS. Quilting is so simple. And she discovered that on a Bernina, you can lower the tension to a negative number. And so you can quilt using an open toe foot, like applique foot, not even like a regular open toe foot like this, and with your feed dogs up. And she's developed all kinds of things to help you do feathers and all kinds of beautiful designs. Just absolutely incredible. So it was lovely spending time with her and getting to know her a little better. But I really wished that I had had time to play on the sewing machine and learn her technique a little bit more. But I'm hoping to work with Corey at Linda's to learn it and play with it. So, oh my gosh, yes, Debbie said, I love her bias tape thingies. Yes. Yes, she has excellent bias tape. They're little acrylic. They're just little flat acrylic. Do I have them handy? I've got them and her Quilt As You Go book, because when she hit market, I bought both of those. And then, yeah, I bought both of those, like, however long that was. And now she's got even more stuff. So, stashers, I think is what she calls them. But they're just little, like, hard acrylic that you feed your fabric through, and then you just lay it on your ironing board and you push it with your iron, and it doesn't melt or anything like that. The worst thing was this person came up and she was like, oh, I bought something like that on Amazon, but they're starting to melt, and you know, these probably came out before she even had these. And I was like, no, somebody decided to copy her design. Silly. So I was like, good golly, people, come on. So yeah, so hers don't melt and they're quite lovely. So good products. And she's got some really beautiful quilting designs that you can draw. And they're different from yours, Debbie. Like, Debbie has great ones too. They're completely out of reach over there, but that you can use with like the little pounce pads. Whereas Pauline Rogers, or Pauline's Quilters World, hers, you use a little chalk pencil to draw. And so she uses is it the Sew Line one that's like pink and white? I think it's the Sew Line one that's chalk. And, you know, it's like a pencil. So, yeah. So that's what we were doing over the weekend. We were selling lots and lots of fat quarters and lots of Fomori rotary cutters, because Fomori was in our booth as well. And I tell you, the funny thing is that I need to clean this out already. I just changed this blade this morning. It's already all fuzzy. But as soon as people tried this, they would buy it. It was amazing. Of course, we were giving really great deals on it too. But the nice thing about this rotary cutter, now, first of all, this is the first time I've changed my blade on this one since I got it, and I'm pretty sure it's been 2 years. And I mean, I don't cut every day. But I do cut every week, and that's how long this blade lasted. It's I want to say that it's Japanese steel, but I think he said it's German steel, and it lasted a really, really long time. And the center of the rotary cutter is round because there's ball bearings under here. And so if you guys get a chance to try it, please do. I don't have to push as hard with this one as I normally do. And so it helps my wrist and my hands. And I also comfortably cut up to 8 layers with this one. So fantastic. He said, I love that the quilting world has room for all of us. Folks can watch us and find what works best for them. Totally. Totally. I agree. You know, and there's just so many products out there. So many. I was very excited that like So Tights came and they were doing demos. I don't know that they will have a booth at H&H for sure, but I'm not sure that they had a booth at F&F. But I absolutely love my cutting mat, and it's just pure magic. So, you know, you find things that work, don't you? You do. All right, I am gonna cut these, but I think I need to separate which ones I want for roofs. I think I want that one for a roof and that one for the house. And then I want this one for a roof and this one for a house. And this one for a roof and this one for a house. Okay. I might cut the roofs first so that I don't mess that up. Because Lord knows my brain is not functioning today. Janelle says, definitely, Debbie. I normally watch the same outcome with different ways to get there and then create my own method of madness. Absolutely. I do that too. I love, love, love being able to watch how different people do it. Now, the funny thing is, do you ever watch people and then go, no, 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 you know, like, oh no, that's not a good, that's not going to give you the outcome you want. Sometimes I get like that, but I never say anything. Like I say it to myself, and then if it bothers me too much, I just turn it off and I don't say anything because I don't want to hurt their feelings. And if it works for them, awesome. Right? So, because who am I to say? I'm trying to match up the little pink edges perfectly. I wonder if that's why those two were weird sizes. Okay. These are roofs. Okay. All right, so I have to cut this one down to 4 inches. 4 inches? No, gonna do it wrong. 5 inches. Whew, that was close. Whew, that was close. I almost cut it wrong. All right, let's see. We got a little bit of wiggle room. Yay! Debbie said, I always teach that if your way works, don't change it. But if not, check this out. Totally. In my field, I can often see what folks are struggling with and offer a better way. It's been interesting to me taking, like, I would love to take a class with you, Debbie. I find it really fascinating to take classes on free motion quilting because I still feel a little bit like a novice, even though I've got some experience now. However, everyone has different ways of approaching it, and it fascinates me. Even just deciding what the design is going to look like. Everyone attacks it from a different angle, and so you can always pick up things. Now, I also mentioned that one time I took a class at a festival in Houston on free motion quilting, and it was a beginner class, and one of the designs we were learning was a stipple, and I was like, I'm just not sure I'm going to get how to do the stipple. And Jenny Lyons was the teacher, and she watched me for a few minutes as I struggled, and then she came, she was like, oh, I know how to tell you to do this. Do the design in a C shape. And that was all she needed to do, and I was able to do it. And so I highly recommend, if you could take a class, even if it's a class on a technique that you've already done or know about, do it. You know, what if I just cut these as 2, oops, sorry. I don't think I'm going to cut out doors from these. I think I'm just going to leave these as 2 triangles, because then I'll have double of these really pretty prints. So I think I'm going to do that, because that will be fun. That will make me happy, and bring me joy. So that's what we're going with. And if you guys need to drop off because we're going over, drop off. I won't take it personally. I'm going to keep sewing for a little bit longer. I'll probably go until 12:30 Eastern. Just because. Just because I can with my schedule. Because this will bring me a little joy before I have to go create emails. Debbie said, recently online professional quilt teachers have been bashed as gatekeeping and told that we should always teach for free at libraries to keep our craft alive. Okay. Okay. But we are experts in our field and can quickly identify a problem and offer solutions. And it's okay to get paid for expertise. It's 100% okay to get paid for expertise. Danelle, I'm glad you're happy that I'm going longer. Gosh, that is such a privileged position to come from. At F&F, I don't remember why this came up, but someone mentioned something similar about it. They may have been talking about getting paid for teaching, and I just thought, like, did they think that, you know, quilting teachers are just independently wealthy and don't need to make any money at what they do, or that they don't need to make money at the pattern or the product that they've invented that makes somebody's life easier or makes you know, a beautiful quilt? Like, that's so much work. You know, it's so much work. And so I just don't understand when I just don't understand. But okay. Yeah, that's a very high horse to ride in on, you know? Oh, measure twice, Tracy, measure twice. We're gonna go 4.5 this way. Okay. 4.5 this way is good. So, I mean, I get, you know, that it would be nice for people to get free classes, but that's what YouTube is for. You know? Like, there's plenty of free content out there. Why does everyone have to do it for free? I smirked when a woman told mostly female quilt teachers that we don't deserve to get paid. Wow. I say, and Danelle says, I say, Debbie, to the naysayers, I'm sticking my tongue out at them. And Sandra says, balderdash. Tasha said, I just got a comment like that myself about teaching for free. I'm like, sure, in my free time, I'll figure that out. Right. Sandra says, there are plenty of free resources to learn the basics of quilting. We seek out teachers for their creative ideas, skills, and techniques. Yes, exactly, 100%. Danelle said, I had someone ask me how big of a quilt they can get for $100. I was like, a baby quilt. Maybe. You know, when I started quilting, you could make a baby quilt for $40, and that included batting and backing. That's how long I've been quilting. Now, that's not the case anymore. I actually stopped at Michael's yesterday, and I needed some red dye, and I needed, what else did I need? I needed to see if they had thimbles. And I needed, what else did I need? I needed something else random, but I decided to look because now they have sort of like a quilting and sewing center, and batting prices. I couldn't get over the batting prices. And it's not like they're doing coupons anymore. Like, you had to order online to use a coupon. And the battings were like full MSRP. So I was looking at it, like the smallest one was $40 for like a small batting, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So if you guys need batting, go to Linda's and take my code, which is, I think it's just so supportive, is my code, and you'll get 10% off, and they always have sales, so do that. And if you order for over $100, shipping is free. Shipping is so expensive these days, so just know that. That's part of the issue. But Debbie said, note, a whole lot of the free content is made by professionals. Yes, 100%. My gosh. Danelle said, if it's an easy piecing and not long arm services, then I'll do it for $100. You want a difficult or extra vegan design? Is that what you meant? And fancy quilting? Then yeah, nope. Oh, Danelle, lindas.com. Just type in lindas.com, go to their website. They always, always, always have sales on batting. And currently their prices are like up to 30% off. I do some work for them. And that's whose booth I was in this weekend. So just they're a good resource. They've got like every batting known to man. So my chair is super squeaky, and before I went to F&F, I oiled it and it was better. But it's still squeaking. Oh, extravagant. Isn't that funny how autocorrect? If it's an extravagant design. Extra vegan, yeah, because that's a thing. Has anybody noticed, like, I don't know what you're typing on, if it's your computer or your phone, but on my iPhone, it's been changing words that I type that are actual words to like nonsense. Debbie says, Linda's rocks. I'm a happy customer. I'm so glad you're happy. I know they've got more sizes of rolls, and I'm pretty sure they brought in, what size did you want? You wanted 60 wide, didn't you? On something, and I'm pretty sure they brought it in. If they, they sell out so quickly sometimes, so you have to keep an eye out for things, but they have really great sales. Lord, do I know that they've got really good sales, because I'm usually trying to keep up with what's on sale on their site. And they ship quickly. And if you're a long armor, they've got a B2B program where you can actually get like 30% off. I think it's 30% off all like batting rolls and free shipping. So yeah. All right. Well, those are super cute. Let me turn on my light over here again. Yay. Well, I did some cute cutting. I'm gonna have to show you what I did. It's totally adorbs. Well, if only we could solve all of the problems of the quilting world on these lives. It'd be great. Debbie said, I teach computerized long arm quilting on the Pro Stitcher. Imagine what that autocorrect is. Oh gosh, awful. Sandra says autocorrect can be so great and also crazy frustrating. I had to turn it off for a little bit because it was just being really dumb. But now it doesn't autocorrect when I capitalize things, like, so all of my eyes are turning out small, which is bothering me in a different way, so I had to turn it back on. Debbie said, my phone finally stopped correcting my own name from Debby to Denny. My son's name is Bryce, B-R-Y-C-E, and it changed him to Bruce all the time. I also changed the setting so that it would stop changing so to C. So there you go. All right, I got some pretty colored house fronts here. Super excited about those. And then I've got a stack of roofs. So now I just need doors. We'll see if I've got anything that matches the doors or if I need to cut. Hey all, if you are able to even see this, I apologize for the interrupted stream. Something happened with my software that I do the streaming with, and I'm not sure it's even still right, but I wanted to come in here because it's showing up as still live, even though I'm not, on YouTube. So, sorry. We had technical difficulties. I'm not sure if my internet dropped or if something happened with the software and there was just an error. I've tried restarting it twice and it's still not quite right. So anyway, I will see you all next week. I apologize. I dropped a comment to say to everyone goodbye. And